Yo, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy Dan, aka aDrive. Up to guys another video today talking about some Pokemon Sword and Shield rumors and speculation. There is yet another thread that has been posted that may indicate some possible Pokedex kind of hints and leaks and riddles, kind of like we saw a few weeks back with a Riddler posting some information about potential Pokedex leaks. Now, as always, I want to just emphasize these videos are rumors, they're speculation. We have no idea the credibility behind this. I find it actually really fun to talk about this kind of stuff though, and just think about the possibilities of what's going to happen in Pokemon Sword and Shield. So hopefully you guys do too, and I know a lot of you guys leave comments and say you really like these speculative videos. So be sure to hit that like button down below, subscribe if you guys are new, and let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you think this is real or not? And the reason why we cover these type of things is looking back a couple of years back, there was a Chinese Riddler who had leaked a similar Pokedex type leak like this, and it turned out to be true. Now again, we always have to speculate moving forward that things are going to be false, because 99% of the time they are, but you never know, one may slip through the cracks, and it's fun to talk about nevertheless. So let's talk about this one. This is a pretty comprehensive Pokedex leak, similar to what we've seen in the past, where a handful of images are going to get kind of posted in Pokedex order, and we're going to kind of go through them and discuss the possibilities of various Pokemon. And I think when I look through this one of the big kind of takeaways is there's a big emphasis on the fact that the Galar region is kind of set in the UK, so a big influence there. But let's kind of just jump into things, right? So we start off with our grass type starter, which is Grookey, of course, and then it apparently evolves into some sort of weapon-wielding warrior woman, right? So we generally can assume that one of the starters is going to be feminine when it kind of gets to its final evolution, just something we've kind of seen over the last couple of generations, and it would make sense that they would do that. I think one of the designs being more feminine, Primarina is a great example from the Alola region, so Grookey is indicated to be that with some sort of like mace type attack item there. Scorbunny evolves into like kind of this powerful bunny, and then now again these are meant to be riddles, that's kind of the idea, so realize that these images are not supposed to be what the actual Pokemon is, but and then it evolves into what looks like to be a fire flying rabbit. So that would actually really throw some people off. A lot of people will speculate that Scorbunny is going to be electric type, maybe fairy type, maybe even fighting type. I don't think anyone's really talked too much about flying, but I can kind of see it in a way in the sense that it is a rabbit, they can jump. I don't know, rabbits with wings, dude? I don't know too much about like mythology and lore and stuff. I haven't come across too many rabbits with wings in my life, but maybe that's based off of something. Little Sobble here continues its chameleon line and then turns into what looks to be like some sort of dark demon chameleon dragon type thing. And by the way, I always think it's so funny, like whoever makes these things, like let's take a second here and say that this is real. That's awesome. We get some nice spoilers, but if this is fake, dude, like someone legitimately went on the internet and they just like searched up all these images like, I'm gonna make this to trick people. Like, dude, what are you doing? But whatever. Anyway, we've got this little kind of, like I said, some sort of chameleon serpent. Looks very dark though, so maybe dark and ghost. Maybe there's some sort of representative there. A couple different birds. The hammer cop, which I'm actually not familiar with that kind of bird, but maybe it's resident to you know, the UK. And then the greyhound, so a couple like kind of the early bird Pokemon, and then the early kind of mammal type Pokemon, or in this case kind of early dog rodent type of deal, you know, like your Sentrets and your Frittatas of the world. And then an earthworm, which I actually think is pretty cool. We don't really have a worm Pokemon really. I was thinking about it, and like obviously as the bug maniac myself, not really too many worms out there. Like there's just really not. So earthworm, kind of cool, and then it turned to this like crazy monster earthworm thing. And then the Pika clone, which might be grass type. There's a little leaf on Pikachu's head, so that might tease that it could be a grass type electric Pika clone, which is cool because grass electric is really only seen, if I can remember correctly, with Rotom Cut or Rotom Mow form. A kangaroo, and then a kangaroo with a flamethrower in its hand, so maybe a fire kangaroo. That could be kind of neat. A swan, which is purple, and then kind of a bigger swan. Maybe these are ghosts, maybe it's I mean, purple in Pokemon tells me ghost or dark, really, but maybe it's water as well. A fish, and then this little brain fish dude, which I think back to a Pokemon fan-made game called Uranium, where there's a brain fish thing. Braylip is its name. Very interesting, but it looks like it has split evolution line here, so fish, and then 1A and 1B, so very interesting kind of idea there. We've got a couple of hedgehogs. I don't know if that's a leaf on the back of the hedgehog or what that is, but a couple little hedgehogs with some leaves, so maybe it's a grass type hedgehog. You got a little squirrel homie, and then kind of like a sensei squirrel. Kind of reminds me of the rat in Mutant Ninja Turtles, which I can't remember his name. Splinter, Master Splinter. And then you've got an early game dragon, it seems. Just looks like it could be grass dragon. Little flower petal dragon that kind of evolves into this grass dragon. It's kind of a cool idea, and people always say, oh, you can't have dragons at the beginning of a Pokemon game, but like, don't forget, you can get a level 10 or 12 Salamence on the first island in Pokemon Sun and Moon, and you can get an Axew before the second gym in Pokemon X and Y. So the idea that dragons are overpowered, they should not be accessible early game. You can get Noibat at the first trial, actually, in Ultra Sun and Moon. So the idea that dragons are OP, they shouldn't be early game, is like something we just need to throw out, because I feel like this game, if there's going to be a game like that really just breaks the mold, it's like this one right here. We're going to throw an early game dragon. They really should. A fire anaconda. This looks like an anaconda that's on fire. Fire fairy. This is a fairy, but it's got flames, so we can indicate that that could be our first fire fairy type Pokemon, which we've never actually had before. We've never had a fire fairy type, so a lot of people are thinking maybe Scorbunny could evolve into fire fairy. An umbrella, and then another umbrella. I feel like water electric is such an amazing typing. We see it with Rotom Wash. Really only having the grass weakness because of its levitate ability. Imagine if they did something similar to Rotom Wash where it's water electric and it has levitate or something similar. That could be really, really cool. But either way, water electric is just a really good typing in general. And then we kind of move to the second page here. We got a teacup. Teacup 1, teacup 2, and teacup 3. So kind of a 3-stage teacup line. They kind of get to be more teacups. I'm going to say this wrong. A Moai. I don't know how you say that. But kind of these little rock statue homies. And then some ice cubes A and ice cubes B. I'm not sure. That doesn't really indicate an evolution, but rather two different Pokemon. A lemur and then another lemur. So I'm down with the lemur grind. You know what I'm saying? Some flowers, a couple little flowers kind of evolving from each other. A wreath, a fairy. I mean, we're starting to get to some pretty basic stuff here. But then a scepter and a crown, which, I mean, you know, this is kind of like, I feel like when I see this part here is just like fan service. Like, we thought it was going to be called Pokemon Crown and Scepter. I mean, there's obviously King and Queen theme that could definitely take place, so perhaps they'll do something like that. I could see it. I really could see it. Seems a little sketchy, though. Spider, and then Spider 2, and then Spider 3. I'm down for more spiders. I mean, we have Araquanid, we have Galvantula, we have Ariados. I mean, we have a slew of spiders, but that doesn't mean they can't do more spiders, because there's many spiders out there, and I actually feel like, I could be wrong here, but I'm pretty sure spiders have, what, 8 legs? And don't most of the ones that we just mentioned only have 6? You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong. Pretty sure spiders have 8 legs. I don't know. I might have gotten it backwards, but bear with me. Anyway, we got a moth. Moth and moth. This could be an ice moth. I don't know, like a little larvae. Kind of evolves. I'm down for more bugs, though. This is good with me. Dragon, which is very interesting. Maybe a water dragon. Maybe that's what this is supposed to be, or an ice dragon. Maybe a water... What if there was a water dragon that evolved into an ice dragon? Yo, that's a cool idea, actually. I feel like I haven't really thought of that idea. A water dragon that evolves into an ice dragon. It's kind of cool. A crystal, a couple crystals, and then kind of like this psychic crystal ice cat, maybe. Ice psychic. That's a really cool typing. I guess we have Jinx, but still really cool. And then the last page here, there's a cat, too. So I guess this little dude evolves into this kind of fearsome cat. Corgi. Everyone wants a Corgi Pokemon, so maybe we'll get that Corgi. A red panda, which I don't know. Do we have a red panda? I feel like, I don't know. I think I like Pangoro and Pancham, but I don't know if those are red pandas. Piranhas, which we kind of have Caravana, but a pure piranha would be kind of cool because it evolves into a shark. Jewel, and then kind of like a, I don't know. That looks like the thing that Sauron has. Saruman has in Lord of the Rings. Beast, just kind of, I don't know what that is. That's not quite a sea cow. I don't know what that is. We got a fossil. So fossil A is supposed to be like a dolphin type fossil that evolves into like a bigger dolphin. And I think this is supposed to be like the Megalodon. So that's kind of interesting. Eevee1 here, Max, I don't know if that's just because of the picture, but Eevee1, Steel Type Eevee, and then Flying Type Eevee. So that's what we can kind of indicate from those two. I think a lot of people, myself included, definitely feel like we are getting new eeveelutions. Like, that's just a gut feeling. It just kind of makes sense. We've talked about it pretty extensively that there's probably going to be new eeveelutions. I do think a Steel Type Eevee and a Dragon Type Eevee are the most likely. But if I had to pick one and say, aDrive, pick one type, and that's the type that you're going to get for Eevee, I do think Steel is going to be the most likely. Elephant 1, 2, and 3. I don't know if this is kind of like a mechanical elephant. You know, I would love to see those elephants from Lord of the Rings. Talk about Lord of the Rings, but that'd be kind of cool. Or The Hobbit. Cloud, interesting. A ghost, kind of like the Ghostman. Reminds me of the guy from Smitty Werben Jaegerman Jensen. Is that him? I don't know. Ghost A, Ghost B, and Ghost C. So these might be like pseudo legendaries. And then it seems like there's some sort of day and night type of deal, which when I think back to the legendaries, I guess we don't really have a day and night type legendary, right? Like, I guess we do. We have Solgaleo and Lunala, so maybe that kind of throws that out. I don't know, like, and this day, the word day here is off-centered, which is bugging me a little bit. It should be over to the right a little bit. So is night. They're all off-center. Who did this? Anyway, day and night, I don't know. Wolf A and Wolf B, I do feel like we're going to get two different wolves. I feel like that's going to be a thing. I think that's going to be the next bit of information we get anyway. Some sort of electric, looks like dragon, rock, and then another rock that evolves from, a fairy, a flame, and then some sort of all-seeing tree. So that is what this leak is, or rumor is, I should say. We should kind of say the word rumor. I'm trying to use the word rumor so people don't get mad, because the word leak just makes everyone angry, man. It just makes people mad. But anyway, this is kind of the newest of the Pokedex rumors that have spread. I don't know. What are your thoughts on it, guys? Let me know. My gut feeling is that I could probably make this in an hour or two of my time of looking through images and trying to trick people on the internet. Is it worth my time? Absolutely not, but I will make a video about it because it's fun to talk about, and there's so many ideas that kind of could come from this. Like, I didn't know that I needed an earthworm that looked like this in Pokemon, and now I know I need that. And I didn't know that I needed an umbrella Pokemon until now, and now I need an umbrella Pokemon because that would be so cool to have an umbrella Pokemon, dude. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, I'm 1,000,000% totally serious. I want an umbrella Pokemon. Anyway, let me know your thoughts. You think this is real? You think it's fake? You think you can make one of these two? I don't know, man. Hit that like button down below. Subscribe if you guys are new. We'll talk more Pokemon Sword and Shield. Hopefully we'll get some new information soon. I really do think we're going to get new information, like, very soon. Like, it's currently the 28th. I think in the next 17 days. In the next 17 days, we're going to get something new. That's it for me, guys. My name is Dan. I also go by aDrive, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.